Okay, so the difficulty with walking with 3 dogs on retractables on one hand is coordination. So what I'll do is if I have to correct one of them, or just to slow one down, like William, I have to say his name, right? Then it teaches me who I'm talking to, objectification, egocentrism, and also trains my each finger to know who I'm talking to. William, no. Thank you, William. So then we have William there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the dog that needs the least amount of attention while walking on leash on this side, which is going to be David. And the reason being because, not because he's 200 pounds, but because he needs the least amount of correction on lead. William and Abby, William's all right, but Abby is the one who needs the most. So I'm going to use my strongest finger, which is my pointing finger, to kind of pull her back. Abby, and when I do, I'll squeeze down here to squeeze it tight without crushing my fingers, obviously, but you have to hold it on tight so that if I do need to do a correction, I can still hold on tight and be able to correct one at a time. Hi, William. Hello, Mr. David. So you see with David, I don't have to do very much correction. And you would say, okay, well, what about just putting the dog that you need to do the most correction on the thumb and the forefinger, and then have the one that you don't need the most, Abby, that you need to do the most attention with. And that's because physics-wise, David, as well as being the bigger dog, if he does bolt, I want to have more strength in controlling David from escaping my hand, because I need to have as much tension as possible. William, Abby. So again, gives them lateral movement, and they're alert because we haven't walked in this area in probably 3 months, 4 months. It was snowing, so it was too icy, and then we've been typically walking through the nature park itself. So the great thing, William, seriously. So the frequent urination is an insecurity behavior, the dysfunction, Abby, and it's not a territorial aspect. It's a navigational structure, it's an insecurity, etc., etc. It's relative to each dog's distinct personality. Thank you, Abby. So all I had to do was pull that one right, because again, she needs the most work. Hi, David. And then there's William, and then go, Abby. So then I'll uncross physically myself and make the effort. So the reason why I do this is not to show off. It is to train myself to deal with much more complex physical. William, no. To deal with more complex. Abby, let's go, please. More cognitively and physically complex structures of observation. No, William. Thank you, William. There's poo there. We're gonna get William. Let's go, please. So I just had to press the brake on him. William, slow down. Abby. All right, so I'm just gonna get Abby to slow down. Wait, Abby. Wait for David. Okay, go, William. Abby. So I pull Abby back. David, let's go, please. So of course I'm going to make mistakes when I'm walking, but again, there's nobody here to worry about because it's nighttime. There's not going to be any coyotes. Well, there are, but they're used to us around here, and they understand that we have a set path that we follow because they're... No, William. Thank you, William. So you can see him trying to cross over that line, and I have to pull on him to make sure he doesn't cross over. And it's not going to kill him if he doesn't smell anything that he wants to smell. Right? He's not like a 2-year-old kid that has a temper tantrum. He's just behaving the way he's interested in, and I'm not going to be disciplinary for that part. But I just don't want him crossing over because of the management issue. William! So these guys get concerned about being by the highway on this pathway. See that? You can see William's trying to cut right in now, because now they know there's a heavy traffic area here. Also, when we were last here before the snow, David, you're okay. So David looks back. William, you're okay. So they're double checking because now their level of hearing is compromised because of all the road noise. So they can't hear behind them as easily as they did beforehand. And that's important to remain cognizant of what is actually around me at all times. William, Abby. So Abby's crossing over, right? So we want to kind of prevent that mistake from occurring. Abby. So I'm going to go to Abby's right, bring her in a bit, force her to the left. William, slow down. So that way we have them straighten out again. Of course, it's going to be difficult to do so, but as long as I keep Abby, as long as I keep practicing, then I'm able to learn from my mistakes in a much more safer environment. William, David, Abby. So they're getting up. You can see the behavior is getting a bit more concerned because of traffic. Abby, William, David. So David's starting to falter his back leg. He's coming out of coordination, right? So he's kind of faltering a little bit, and that's an emotive structure of behavior. William, you're okay. William, Abby, you're okay. David, you're okay. William. So I'm going to talk to William more because he's closest to the traffic. Right, so there's William and Abby, and then there's David coming back here. Right, and you see William cross over to the left-hand side. That's because I turned. He could see my light on my LED spotlights turning the area of illumination, so he thinks I was turning a different direction. And he's watching that peripherally. David, you're okay. William, you're okay. No, Abby. No, Abby. So Abby's trying to cross over, and that would have caused an issue with dealing with a retractable. David, slow down. William, you're okay. So we see one getting concerned. See how he's gone from the right-hand side to the left-hand side of concern in regards to proximity of threat. That's not what it is. It's his concern about the noise getting closer and closer to him. See, as he gets more accustomed to it, and as we get down to the more exposed part down at the end of the before the bend of the corner here, he's going to see that he's coming closer to the left-hand side again. And I'm still walking a straight line, which I'm following the tire tracks on this pathway. See, he's come to the left-hand side. William, you're okay. And he's looking to his right to make sure that nothing's wrong. David, you're okay. William, you're okay. Hi, Abby. So you see Abby. Hi, Abby. So you see Abby turning. William.